Best dating tips you need. I would like to convey my opinions with the limited experience I had. Disclaimer: don't be late on your date. Take her out to a calm place, a more couple-reserved places/restaurants. Avoid crowded place with lots of noise. Your communication levels should be kept high. And silence is preferably the best option. Dress well. Prefer a formal shirt and dark jeans, matching belt, and good shoes. Don't look funky, cool, swagger and casual if you want to take this long. Bath properly, college boys please. Put a good deodorant, do your nails and keep a kempt hair. Don't behave like a pervert or hungry animal. Talk to her soberly and more importantly listen to her carefully. Compliment her appropriately. Don't brag too much. Mean the words you speak. Split the bill. Don't pay the bill completely. It's not for the sake of equality but it's economic. Both of you might be on the same level of your careers. Pull the chair for her. I know equality exists but this is a good gesture of respect to her. While walking with her too, keep her on the safe side of the road. Be nice to waiter. Not only for the sake of a date or the good impression you want to create, but they are also humans and deserve respect. Be a good man and she will like you for your natural beauty. Enjoy the moments. Give some rest to your chat box, mobile, and spend quality time with her. Talk about everything, show interest in the meeting and make her laugh. Make sure she doesn't feel the discomfort of meeting a stranger, at least minimize it. After dinner, before ending the night, take a short walk and enjoy the night and stars. Feel the silence with her. She will get good vibes that you are not a bore. Wait for her signs patiently and then proceed to kiss her. Don't pounce on her. She is your date, not a prey. Before parting, give her a good more than a friend hug. And show your gratitude for the wonderful time. Thank her and ask her how she felt. Observe her carefully and if she looks interested, tell her it would be awesome to hang out periodically with her. A first date is an important step to falling in love. Second only to meeting that someone for the first time. It is important that a first date runs smoothly. Otherwise you risk not developing a lasting relationship with that person. The purpose of this advice is to give you a general outline of how to plan and carry out a decent, if not an excellent, first date. While everyone is different and has different preferences and styles, this will give you the basic principles that can then be adapted to suit your individual circumstance. Try not to focus on that. Just relax and be yourself. I do hope your first date is 20 billion times better than mine when he turned into an animal. I let him know I was far from interested, plus his breath smelled cheers. My opinion is this. 1. Don't be late. I was always late. 2. Dress whatever you're comfortable in, do not overdress. 3. Decide whether a hug or a handshake. I have messed up both sometimes. 4. Make sure there is common topic to talk on, ask questions and be conscious of what is happening around. 5. Walk together, do not end up walking zigzag, that would be so weird. 6. Make sure there is some sense of humor and you're also laughing and talking at the same time. 7. Smile and just nod. There were times when I didn't hear anything and I just smiled and nodded my head. 8. Touch hands and act it was accidental and now if the other person is okay, they're your. 9. Speak up. 10. Tell things the other person would like to hear. Some conscious mind has to really get involved here. 11. Make it a two-way conversation. 12. Ditch the heavy talk. 13. Greet and thank the other person for coming and say it was a nice day. Here are their online dating tips for men as my experiences. 1. Be honest from the beginning. Kindness truly is hot. So if you're trying to impress a woman, that's an excellent place to start. 2. Don't just say hi, personalize your message at least a little. You don't have to write a novel, but a couple of sentences so that I know you're not just fishing helps a lot. 3. When you take a picture for your profile, make sure we can see your eyes. 4. Like, winks, etc. are how women give you the signal to message them. 5. If you're chatting with me and we have a lot in common and you like me, let me know. I want to move forward to see if we should meet. 6. Don't use the word drama in your profile. Life is full of ups and downs. That's what gives life color and depth. Using that word makes the assumption that women are the only ones that are involved in drama. 7. Smile. I'm always amazed at how many men have pictures of them frowning or not smiling. 8. With online dating, you need to find the right balance between chatting online and having real-life experiences. If you go too long chatting, you can turn into a pen pal. 9. Have a good, recent photo. Don't have pictures of your cars or other trophies. And don't crop out former significant others. And leave behind a hand on your shoulder. 10. Don't limit yourself to finding true love in a 5-mile radius. Your soulmate may live further away than that. 11. Say something. Don't keep sending hearts or smiley faces. 12. When approaching a woman, don't start out with a compliment on her physical appearance. Or just say hi or hey. Comment on something in her picture. But not her looks, or comment on something in her profile that caught your eye. 13. You aren't trying to impress another man, you're trying to impress a woman. Which means, you might have to show a softer side. A slimy fish photo might not be the best thing to use in your profile. 14. Don't start out by calling a woman sweetie or beautiful. Until you get to know someone, that comes off as just another line. 15. Start a general conversation and go from there. 16. Don't talk too much about yourself at first. Ask about her. 17. Be kind, be understanding, and above all be yourself. 18. Always end your conversations with a question to show you're interested and want to continue talking. 19. Be strong and confident enough to know what you want and go for it. 20. Don't text or email excessively. Exchange a few messages, then ask about meeting. Coffee or a drink is best. 21. Asking for more photos is a turn off. Don't do it. 22. Get to know her, and what she likes and dislikes. You want to build a friendship with her that builds up your relationship. 23. Make the first move by saying something fun and / or interesting. 24. Women are just as nervous and scared as men. Just talk to us like you would anyone else. 25. Take good pictures, ask me questions to get to know me better. Make me laugh, and be open. 26. Never walk away from a conversation even if it's online. Just tell her you have to go and talk later. 27. Be yourself from the very beginning. When you try to impress someone, your true self gets lost. And that might be what the other person really wants. 28. Don't be afraid to tell a woman how you really feel about something. There is nothing wrong with having an opinion, and she will appreciate the honesty. 29. Give her a second chance if she's shy. 30. Talk and chat like you're hanging out with a friend at first. 31. Don't look at a woman's dating profile a million times and say nothing. Even hi is good if you're at a loss for what to say. 32. Consider someone you might not usually be attracted to. 33. Approach online dating with an open heart. Everyone is a new person. Why does it seem like every one of these needs to make a point against fishing? If a guy was into rock climbing or mountain biking, you wouldn't tell them to remove the picture of them doing so from their profile. He's probably not trying to show off his trophy fish. He's trying to show what he is interested in. If that's a huge turn-off for you, then it's a good thing that he put it out there right away. Funny thing is, I noticed that too about the fishing. I was thinking, what the hell is wrong with fishing? If you could go fishing on a first date, I've never done it before. But damn, that sounds like one hell of a first date. To be fair, fishing is only appealing to people that like fishing, which is a niche group of people in its own way, and mostly guys. If it can work to interest a woman that likes fishing, then awesome. But given the topic is online dating, if we're going to be realistic, that's absurdly rare. More likely it makes a woman think about you going off and spending time on your own or with guy friends, instead of doing something exciting or romantic with them. And if that person doesn't like eating fish, it can also be off-putting. There are things I disagree with on the list. But the idea here is pretty sound. If you're trying to attract someone and you're going to present a passion or hobby, do so with something that has a clear appeal to everybody. As a reverse example, a lot of girls near me post pictures of themselves riding horses. Yeah, it's cool, but it's clearly a personal passion that doesn't necessarily reflect well on the compatibility of a serious relationship with the vast majority of men. I agree. Fishing and hunting happen to be deal breakers of mine. But that doesn't at all mean guys shouldn't put it in their bios. To each their own, and the more their profile reveals, the least likely we are to waste each other's time only to find out after days/week we are incompatible. By fishing, I assumed she meant just looking to catch a woman, not really looking for a compatible partner. Not the actual sport of fishing. What's wrong with fishing as a sport? I like pictures of guys holding their catches. Usually the only picture where they are smiling. Of course, I only schemed the post. Way too lengthy emo. Gonna highlight 18 to anyone reading. These all probably cover anyone looking to date, not just men. But as a woman who only dates men, that 18 is top-notch advice. The amount of grown-ass men who don't ask questions. Even worse when you ask them something as banal as a favorite song, and they don't ask you the same cue back, is infuriating. And another piece of advice in relation to this: if you're not interested, let them know. Don't think that if you just stop asking questions they'll get the hint. This goes for women also. If you are not interested, then please say so. And do not answer my questions and waste my time. I always do the questions. If they don't do one back, I just feel they aren't interested and feel as if I am having a one-sided conversation. Then, as last-ditch effort before I unmatch, I'll ask for a meet-up and get something along the lines of wanting to know more about me. Well, ask. It's not terribly often, and sometimes I'll just unmatch instead of they were someone I was just a bit interested in. Be yourself from the very beginning. Unless you like to fish and are proud to show off your awesome catch in a picture, then you should hide that because gross. Most of these are common sense and should be kept in mind in general. But what I've read and others have mentioned before is never take dating advice from a woman. They have a totally different dating experience than guys and don't understand the struggles the guy has to manage with finding a girl. Wow, that seems like a lot of work. Here's a better tip: get over your fear of that awkward moment when a girl says no. When you ask her out in person, avoid all this nonsense. Be yourself. Do, dress, talk what you like, feel comfortable. Arrive on time. Nobody likes to wait. Have cash. Woman, please offer to pay for your share. Men, please reject the offer and pay for the first date. Trust your instinct. If you don't like your date, feel uncomfortable being with your date, make excuse, be polite, leave. Pay attention to your date. Limit use of phone. Maintain eye contact. Nod your head, follow up the conversation, ask relevant questions. Do not lie. Be honest. You do not have to impress. You just need to be honest, open, but not too much. Make good impression. Smile, smile, smile. Back straight. Watch your languages. And lastly, enjoy. It's just a first date. Have fun, enjoy. My ideas are these. 1. Try to choose the first formal date where both parties will have a lot of time without being disturbed. I think that the first formal date should be between 3 to 7 hours. I suggest meeting in the afternoon and playing until the evening to send the girls home. This time period is better, because the time is long enough. You can have a long time to show your charm. Or meet in the evening, have dinner first, and then go play together. A long date is more impressive to girls than simply drinking coffee and watching a movie. If there is a girl who temporarily missed an appointment or left halfway, you can realize that her practice usually means that she is not interested in you. Of course, there is a special situation here, that is, if you find that a girl responds very poorly to you or is in a very poor state, then you can make a quick decision and find an excuse to leave. 2. Process design, at least 3 transitions. In a formal date, we must always remember that people's freshness is limited. If you stay in a scene for too long, the heat will gradually decrease. If you just meet in person, have a cup of coffee or watch a movie, and then leave separately, then this date can be said to not leave a particularly deep impression on girls. This kind of small date is actually optional. And if you really want to complete it through the first date, a good start requires multiple transitions. Every new place is a new experience, and a date like this will give girls a good feeling. Recommend a common process: meet in the afternoon. Find a nice cafe to drink and chat, don't order food. Almost switch to dinner, less order, don't eat too much, easy to sleep. Then switch to drink something, or go play a game. Because after an afternoon of getting along, you are already very familiar, and finally sent the girl home, perfect. 3. Diversified activities. This is the unconventional project I mentioned above. Similar to visiting IKEA, room escape, pottery, climbing, even indoor rock climbing, go-karting, and eating a local specialty in the next city. The advantages of this project are interaction with girls is stronger. Both parties are more involved, and the dating experience is of course better. But because unconventional projects are more niche, girls can accept alternatives. Because the cost requirements for both parties are higher. Yes, so the girl will accept it only if you have a close relationship. 4. Chat during a date. Here comes the point, the chat guide everyone loves to hear. What should we say and how to say when dating? Dating is different from chatting on WeChat. Generally speaking, there are 3 modes. 1. Boys dominate the topic, boasting, and girls agree. 2. Girls dominate the topic, boasting, and boys agree. 3. Both parties have back and forth, and they are happy. Some people are talkative and some people talk less. So these 3 modes are all okay. There is no difference between good and bad. What kind of chat mode is not okay? One party is talking boastfully, the other party is silent, or absent-minded, playing on the phone. Or both parties are silent and don't know what to say. Both parties are rushing to talk to themselves, and the chat is completely out of the same line. If these things happen in your first chat, then you need to be vigilant. A bad interaction pattern means a bad date. 5. Physical contact from shallow to deep. The premise is that the atmosphere is harmonious, and when both parties are relatively familiar, it is time for physical contact. Why do we have to have physical contact? Because physical intimacy will also bring psychological intimacy. Physical contact is similar to the role of confession to some extent. A girl acquiesced to physical contact, and also acquiesced to your rise in her heart. You change from ordinary friends, become an ambiguous friend. Simply put, hold the girl's hand when the atmosphere is right. Hold her hand, and then wait until the atmosphere is more ambiguous, then you can kiss her. Judging that a girl will accept your hand-in-hand behavior is also very simple. The girl's mood is high and the 2 sides are very close. You can lean against your body before holding hands. Girls can hold them without avoiding them. Welcome to the world. You type well for being 1 day old. Tomorrow is going to be your 2nd date. The following day will be your 3rd date. And so on. Life is tough. But you're already typing at 1 day old. I think you got this figured out. We should be asking your advice. When you're being caring and kind and do something you both like. Have meaningful conversations. Make each other laugh. And just have fun and make sure they're having fun too. Let me get you my ideas. Avoid getting late, reach 5 minutes before to the place. Don't feel nervous, you are not going to write an exam. Be calm and cool. Avoid overdressing. Tell her jokes but not cheesy ones. Get some flowers for her so that she would feel special. Don't stare at her personal things like BB etc. You know what I mean. Don't ever check out other girl. Always have a conversation with her by looking at her eyes. Remember, just a look, don't stare. Smell good. Be prepared with some interesting topics to talk to her. Don't act like someone else, be yourself. Girls mostly concentrate on the way you talk and speak, so try to master the art of speaking. Call the restaurant bearer respectfully, girls do observe that. Don't take much time to have a conversation, it looks so weird. Allow to her to have conversation, don't interrupt. Ask her about her goals and dreams. Be comfortable with yourself. And finally, always have a smile on your face. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you guys have good tips for your lucky date.